So I have one that's an antique one. Oh my.
Hardest ship to maneuver I've ever been on. You can never find anything.
We're on Icon.
Seriously, they're relevant.
Something totally different. Yeah, they have a mahjong room. Oh, a mahjong room. And you play for 4 hours. Oh, wow. No, this is
I just saw the people working with their little things on.
I think it's a very Dutch holiday.
Yeah, this is Jaden's suit and this is Rachel. And they, see how she's not there?
Glad I dressed up for you guys.
We might be talking about some gemstones that you haven't even heard about before. I'm also going to teach you how to shop for diamonds and gemstones on board the Zuiderdam this week and also for the rest of your life. It might also save you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars, because I'm going to tell you what to look out for when you buy diamonds. We're going to talk about the 4 C's of diamond shopping as well. It's a really interesting and informative seminar. It's my personal favorite because I get to tell you stories about some of the most beautiful diamonds and jewels on the planet. So we're going to just let the captain do his announcement at noon, followed by the cruise director's announcement. So hopefully today it's going to be right after the captain's announcement, and then we'll shop.
No, I want to.
Oh,
yeah, of course. Oh, but what team? I like
So it was probably from flying this last time.
the day we ended the
Good afternoon, everyone. Captain Mark here, giving you the latest nautical and meteorological information. Our new position today was 48 degrees 05 minutes north and 63 degrees 01 minutes west. The depth of water was 70 meters, which is 230 feet. We are currently sailing in a south-southeasterly direction in the Gulf of St. Lawrence. We are still inside the northern right whale speed zone, so we are cruising at just below 10 knots. The idea behind these zones is by sailing slowly, it greatly reduces the risks of hurting or disturbing any of the right whales that may be in the area. These speed zones in the Gulf of St. Lawrence were first started in 2017 and have increased in scope and size since then. As I mentioned yesterday, there are only an estimated 370 right whales left, so it's important we all play our part in ensuring the success and hopeful growth of the population. I spoke with some of you last night who had some questions about our guest that needed to be medically disembarked last night. While I can't go into the specifics of the medical case, what I can say is your safety is and always will be our number one priority. And when the call came from our onboard medical team that someone needed to go ashore to a medical facility, we moved quickly to make sure that could happen. Working with the Canadian Coast Guard and our shore partners, we found the best possible way to make this happen. I'm pleased to say my incredible team went above and beyond, as always, and we were able to safely transfer our guest in need via one of our onboard tenders to an ambulance ashore that was ready and waiting for our arrival. The guest is now safely in hospital, getting the assistance they need. Team Zuiderdam, I know you are listening too. Thank you so much for your efforts last night in making the operation so seamless. So today, I plan to continue talking about the Vikings, their incredible exploration at sea over the last 1,000 years. But then I thought, last night while speaking about the delights of the food on board. This got my brain working, and I thought, why not take you back to the food of days gone by? All of the weird, wonderful, and sometimes disturbing historic foods that were served on ships. While today you can enjoy lobster and steak, many a sailor had delights such as salt junk, a term in the US Navy for dried pork or beef, pickled in brine, or the lovely hardtack, a type of hard-based biscuit found on all ships for hundreds of years. Hardtack would last for months. It was the perfect food for long voyages when resupply was unlikely or even impossible. One of the nicknames for hardtack was molar breaker, so you can imagine just how hard it really was. Another dish you could have enjoyed was lobscouse. This 18th century stew from Northern Europe was made of beef or lamb and basically anything else the ship's cook could get a hold of. Interesting with lobscouse, people from the town of Liverpool in England, such as the Beatles, are called Scousers because of the town's association with this dish. In Liverpool to this day you can still get a much improved version of this dish, which they locally call scouse, and I'm pleased to say I've even enjoyed it there myself. The modern version isn't so bad, but I can only imagine what it was like a few hundred years ago. Now I know what you're all thinking, all this talk of hard biscuits, mystery stew and pickled beef is making you thirsty too, and I have just the thing, grog. Going back hundreds of years, the transportation of drinking water at sea was always a challenge, especially on longer voyages. Water in casks could spoil for so many reasons. Algae filled, slimy water was the norm if you didn't treat it with something. So to begin with, beer or wine was added to make this water drinkable. Stale water and wine sound so tasty. In the mid-17th century, after the wars in the Caribbean, sailors started drinking rum. Back in the day, the rum was a lot stronger than we are used to now, and to stop sailors from getting too drunk and rambunctious, the rum was added to water and they called it grog. Half of your ration was at lunch and the other half at the end of your working day. This was the standard in most navies, but eventually the US Navy switched to rye whiskey as it was brewed at home, so easier to get hold of. So with this lovely diet of wonderful drinks, it's hard to believe that malnutrition was the norm, as was the famous condition of scurvy. It's an estimated 2 million sailors between the 16th and 18th century died from scurvy, Some historians state that at this time in history, more sailors died from scurvy than storms, shipwrecks, combat, wars at sea, and other diseases combined. I won't go through what scurvy can do to you, as it is lunchtime, but if you do like a good horror movie, you can look it up on the internet. Not nice at all. In 1748, a Scottish physician by the name of James Lind treated different sailors who had scurvy with different treatments to see if he could find a cure. Some were treated with hard cider, others with vinegar, some with seawater, some with small doses of a type of citric acid, and lastly some with oranges and limes. The fruits clearly cured the scurvy. However, our Scottish physician didn't see it so simply. He thought it was a digestive disease caused by blocked sweat glands. It wasn't until 1795, some 47 years later, another physician by the name of Gilbert Blaine, using the previous research and his own studies, had seen by giving sailors lemon juice he was able to massively reduce scurvy. He showed this to the British Admiralty, who shortly thereafter made this mandatory for all sailors to take a daily serving of citrus juice, mainly lemon juice, greatly reducing the disease, and of course the rest is history. It's also where the name for British as limeys comes from. But back to our cruise. During this afternoon we will continue heading southeasterly, and at around midnight we will make our way around the eastern side of Prince Edward Island so we can make the southern approaches to our next port of call, Charlottetown. I expect to embark our local pilot at 5:30 and to be docked by 7 a.m. Charlottetown is the capital of the province of Prince Edward Island, the smallest province in Canada, named after Queen Charlotte, the wife of British King George III. The town had a population of just over 40,000 in 2020, which has about 25% of the province's population. Of course, the most famous export from the island is Anne of Green Gables. The novel, written back in 1908, has been translated into at least
midship. Prepare to be dazzled on the brilliance of the yellow diamond and transform you the way you think about fine jewelry. John Tien or Effie.
Look.
Too many to
I
choose
know, it's
from.
too hard to decide.
Thank you. Have a good day.
A little birthday cake.
Yeah.
Thanks.
That's better. Oh, you brought these?
Yeah, those are, remember I brought those to a lot.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Okay.
There's nothing along the
that is our quietest
I know, but it can't be a secret birthday party. I just can't.
Like this. And they're giving her a bird.
leads you the wrong way. We gotta go that way.